Now this little piece here is going to get pressed in right here, and it's threaded, and this piece here will screw into it. However, I don't know if you can see it or not, but when I turned it down on the lathe, I didn't go exactly right to the bushing. So you can see that the mahogany, or rather the sycamore here, is a little bit proud of this piece of metal here, and it should be the same. Now that's the way I do it, but that is not the correct way to do it. What you should do is go right to the bushing when you're sanding. And what I like to do is I sort of round over this sharp edge, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Now this other end here, it'll have the same problem, so I'll just sort of round this one over as well. Okay, this is 400 grit sandpaper. Sometimes I'll use 600, but I'm running out of 600, so I want to use what I got lots of. Now I'm just going to go very, very gently and just round it over. Now you can see I've taken it off. I'll do the same on the other end, and also both these ends. Now when I'm doing the Sierras, you'll notice how it sort of tapers down to the point here like this. Some people actually don't like that because they feel it's hard to hold on to the pen, and your fingers have a tendency to slip down on it when you're holding on to it. But then most pens are like that. Even this one's like that a little bit. However, when I'm finished sanding, occasionally I won't have the high spot right in the center. The high spot won't be here, it might be back here, which it is in this case. In other words, it's a little thicker here than it is here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to taper down so that the line just sort of follows all the way through. Now this is just my own personal preference. Other people might like it the other way. There is no right or wrong way, I don't think, when you're making pens. You just do whatever you like and enjoy it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to remember to press this part in this end, because this is going to screw into this. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in. Now there is one more thing that I forgot to mention, and that is that when you're using the pen mill, it does leave a little burr on the inside of the brass tube, so I'm just very, very carefully getting rid of that burr. Doesn't take much. Okay, it is pressing time. Now remember, we did put this little piece in here so that I would not get the ends mixed up, but I notice it's not in 100% straight, so I'm going to just sort of take it back out here if I can without losing it, and I'm going to start it over again because it's very important that you get your parts as straight as you can. If they start out straight, then there's less of a chance of it jamming as it's being shoved in. Okay, I think that looks okay. I think that's pretty good. Now this piece here, the button click mechanism, is going to get pressed in here. Now there's two things I got to remember. I do not want the clip covering this interesting, I can't remember the name of it. So I'm going to have it halfway between the two. It's on this side and it's on this side. I'm going to try and split the difference here, which would be about here. Yeah, that's about it. Maybe a little bit more this way. There we go. Second thing I got to remember is I can't push on this because I'll break the mechanism in here. So I've cut a little piece of mahogany here and drilled some holes, just the right size. Then what I can do is I can go like this. And then it's going to be pushing on here instead of the button. I think you get my drift here. Alright. I think we're ready. 1, 2, 3, press. I think that's okay as well. Well, folks, we're just about done. Little plastic cap on the end of the refill here, and it comes like this on better quality refills, and generally it just comes off there. It came off good. Sometimes they don't come off good. Depends on the brand, I guess. Okay, how the button works. That's good. Get this cleaned up and have a good look at it. Well, I'm thinking now that possibly these are not medullary rays. I'm thinking that that's the way the grain looks when you look at it flat on. Well, I know that you know what's going to happen next. Now, I'm not done yet. I want to show you one more thing, and then this series is done. Just bear with me. Now, this same basic pen comes as a twist pen. Instead of a button, it's got a twist transmission. It's also very nice. If I had anything bad to say about it, what I don't like is that because the brass tube is a little bit shorter, that means it shows less of the wood. And very little less, of course. And I'm a wood person. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in case you're interested. There is one person whose opinion I trust regarding is this medullary rays. Now I don't know if I'm saying that right. Or is that the way Sycamore grain is when it's turned? And that would be the guy who was 100% sure that this piece of wood that the pens are sitting on was redwood. So, if you're watching, as they used to say in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, my friend, we need your help.